to love? What do we do to love? What do we do to love? When everything's said and done.
Welcome back to another video. It is lovely to have you here with us. Firstly, thank you for all the love and the comments and the likes on the previous video, which was our dressage outing. It always fills my heart with joy when someone takes time out of their day to either watch a video, to like it, or even to leave a little comment. I just find that really heartwarming, so thank you. So what are we up to today? Well, we actually aren't doing anything too exciting, but I thought it might be quite nice just to bring you along on a typical day with the ponies, where we're not going off to cross-country schooling, we're not going off to arena hire. It isn't always fun and games. 95% of everything that we do, all our training and stuff, is done at home. So yeah, let's bring you along and we will see what we get up to. Hopefully it won't be too mundane and boring for you, but let's see. I've got my snacks, I've got my tea, I've got my water, and it's time to drive the 20 minutes, 25 if it's bad traffic, to the ponies. So I shall see you when we get there. So I've just got to the ponies. It's 11:30, which sounds really late, I know, but they were checked this morning by their owner. I know, owner. Everyone was always so surprised to realise that I don't actually own Remy. That seems to shock a lot of people, but yeah, I don't own him. Anyway, we're moving on from that and cracking on with the day. Obviously it'd be lovely if the ponies lived less than here, but 25 minutes isn't too bad. Generally what I do is stick on like a podcast or something and just listen to that. Gosh, it's super windy today. I've just come out into the jumping paddock because I'm going to set up some poles for Remy and Marsha to do if I have time. Let me introduce you to Daisy. Hi Poppy! She's Daisy the Dexter and she's Remy's nemesis. Because even though he looks like a cow, he doesn't like her. Does she not have the most adorable ears? They're so fluffy. Gorgeous girl. Anyway, she's Minnie, it's her breed. I think she's adorable. This is the first one I've set up. It's one of those ones that you don't need a million poles to do, but yeah, you've got lots of different options to ride through. So through the straight bars is a brilliant way of doing your transitions, checking that you are nice and straight. It's also a good way of practicing your rein back too. The distances here, and then over there they're set up as trot poles, so you can obviously trot over those. What is a good exercise will all become clear hopefully when I ride, is to ride over this one, swing a left, and then go over the middle. The second one we've got set up is one of my favourites and most commonly used. I'm not sure the typical name, but I call it the UNN pole setup. So you can trot straight down through there. You can canter straight through over these poles. You can walk through the middle like so, and you use turn on the haunches to get round the corners. Just like so. I have said it before, but I get all of my polework inspo from one person, and that is from Kirsty, Equispire.co.uk over on Instagram. She's on Facebook. I believe she's got her own website, and all of these fabulous setups are on there for absolutely free, which is a brilliant tool. So thank you very much, Kirsty. Please do go and check her out. Where I can, I tend to do all of my jobs before the ponies get ridden. I just find after you've ridden, the last thing you then want to go and do is either muck out or poo pick. Yeah, although I can't moan too much because they are living out 24/7 at the moment, which is my favourite because there's obviously less things to do. I hate mucking out, I much prefer poo picking. So once I fill up the water, we're going to get started with that.
Gotta get it right now. Yeah, push over the limits with you right now. Gotta get it right now. Yeah, push over the limits with you right now. Gotta get it right now. Yeah, push over the limits with you right now. Right now, right now. Get it right now, right now, right now. Get it right now, right now, get it right now. Yeah, push over the limits with you right now.
How are we? Hello. Yeah. Hi, Will. Hi, sister. Let's get you first. So I've caught them both. I've got Mara and Remy at the back, as always. I just bring them both in at the same time because once one is ridden, I can then quickly hop on to the other one. After bringing Remy in from the field, obviously the first thing that I would do is take off his rug if he's wearing one, and then I'd get to work grooming him. I'm just going over him with a nice rubber curry comb, and then I will start flicking all that mud and dust off with a dandy brush. The brushes that we use are the Alan Davies brush set, and I love them. We've had them for well over 3 years now, and they are still in fab condition. I don't brush Remy's mane on a day-to-day basis. If one of his plaits have fallen out like it has done here, I'll just run my fingers through it before re-plaiting it back up again. Rem will wear plaits in his mane pretty much 24/7. I find it just keeps the mane out of the way when you're riding. It also helps keep him cool in the summer because he hasn't got a big thick mane, just down. And then before I ride, I just pop a quick forelock plait in. I don't leave this one in all the time because I always think his forelock, because it's so long, acts as a natural fly fringe. Then I will pick out his hooves. I will also once or twice a week spray a quick dose of Red Horse Sole Cleanse. This just kind of eliminates any bacteria that might be around the sole or the frog. Again, with his feather, I don't brush, I just run my fingers through. I finish off by giving his hooves a really thick coating of a hoof balm. The one I'm using today is by Silver Feet, and this is just a natural hoof balm. I'll also paint the soles and the frog. Time to tack up. I could have used a clean saddle pad today. So on goes the saddle pad, on goes his front riser pad, and on goes the saddle. Remy's saddle is a Fiona Cork show saddle. Even though we don't do quite as much showing as we used to, I'm still a massive fan of show saddles for cobs. You can do everything in them, and I find the brands really cater for horses that have flat backs, big shoulders, but with a little bit of wither. Moving on to bridle. Remy's always a good boy to be bridled. Remy's bridle is from Stampede Equestrian. It is their Starlight bridle. We actually won this one in a Facebook competition, so just goes to show that people do win those giveaways. So bitting. For flat work, Remy is ridden in Bomber's Happy Tongue Egg Butt Snaffle, and I really like that one. And then noseband is just a plain crank noseband. It's nice and patent as well, so super shiny, but not as shiny as his super sparkly brow band. I've gone from not being a fan of bling to absolutely loving it. I ride Remy in spurs most of the time, I'd say 75% of the time, and I always wear gloves, and I will always pick up a schooling whip with him. Quick spray of some fly spray. Remy hates the flies, and we are ready to ride. After warming up, I just crack straight on with the exercises. So here we are going through the 2 sets of poles, working on our straightness, making sure I've got him even in both reins. You can obviously play around and change the pace, so here we are doing exactly the same thing, but this time in walk. And you can link the 2 poles together as well. So here we are, we've kind of ridden a 10 metre-ish circle, and then we're going to come straight down the middle set. You can also use the 2 poles to ride transitions within them, so to check that you are nice and straight. So here we are, having ridden a trot, walk and back up into trot transition. And again, that was actually smoother than the first one. And then it is time to actually go over the poles. So the poles that we had been riding through are set out as trot poles. The distance I use is 4 of my heel to toe steps, and that is a nice working trot over the poles. This layout is great because there's loads of different ways that you can ride through it, and you can just play around and have some fun. I start things off on the next layout by continuing what we were working with over the other side by riding straight through the middle, as this is set out as trot poles. The corners of the layout are perfect for riding over when you are on a circle. They work really well for 10 metre circles. The 2 poles close to the edges are perfect to ride through as canter poles, really great for practicing changes of lead. Obviously that is a work in progress for us. As is riding straight through the middle of the S shape. This incorporates turn on the haunches, and again it's something Remy and I really struggle with, but it's training, and the best thing about training is you don't have to be perfect. In fact, it's better if you're not. Do you want these? Yeah. Good boy. You've not done anything yet. You don't get any. Whew, that was hard work. I love pole work though. It's so fun. And when you're kind of struggling for ideas to do, I love that It's kind of a schooling session already planned out for you. Gets a bit tedious, doesn't it, going around doing the same thing over and over again. So by doing different pole work exercises, kind of keeps us on our toes a little bit. What are you doing? I'd rather you didn't eat the fly spray. I love that it really gets their whole bodies going. It really gets that tummy muscle, their core working, their hocks working, and overall I think it just improves their general way of going. So it's a big thumbs up from us. For now, I'm going to turn him out. I'm going to have my tea, which by the way is still hot. This is the best bottle ever. It's from Honest Riders by 𝐸𝐤𝐤𝐿. So I shall enjoy that, and then we shall crack on with pony number 2, Mara. Okay, on to the next victim, which is mini Mara, or just Mara. She's not actually that mini. She's 14 hands, 13.3. I'm just fairly tall, so make her look tiny. She's completely different to Remy. She's obviously at a different stage of her training. She is a lot greener. She's only 6, but she's a very green 6. I've only recently started doing a bit of schooling with her. But yeah, that's Mara. You'll also notice that I'm no longer wearing spurs and I don't ride Mara with a whip. But yeah, let's go cracking. With Mara at this stage, everything we do is about balance, it's about rhythm, it's encouraging her to be forward, but at the same time to not rush. This one is really great because it teaches her that leg doesn't just mean go forward, it also means use your body. If you've ever ridden a youngster or a green horse, you know how wibbly wobbly they can be. So the 2 poles either side is brilliant at gauging how straight you are, just like it was with Remy. It's also a fab place to practice your halt. So although Mara was a little against my hand, she does have a tendency to swing her quarters either side. So this helps me, as well as it helps her, to be nice and straight in the halt. She was a really good girl. She's pretty fired up today, but she's had a few days off. She's had a Bowen treatment last week, but this was really good for her because she's a baby. She's still very green, she's very unbalanced, and obviously when they get unbalanced they start to rush. So pole work is great because it teaches them to put their feet in the right place. So yeah, it's good, and it's good fun. Like I said for Rem, it's just a way of mixing it up and doing something a little bit different, keeping on your toes, eh? Bless her. Mara doesn't mind Daisy, do you? No. Mara doesn't seem to mind much though. She literally couldn't care less, hey? She is honestly the easiest going little mare. She just never says no. She's always up for anything. She's kind of just slotted in to our little family, and she just gets on with it. She's so cute. She's going to be the best pony one day, aren't you, when you're all grown up? Yeah. Now you get some treats. There you go. Oh, good girl. You're both very good. Yes, you were. You too. Oh, I need to take that out, don't I? Yes. There you go. See you later. See you later. Yeah. So that is both ponies ridden. That's the poo picking done, the water done, and that's time to go home and have a cup of coffee. When I'm riding both of them, I like to try and keep it to around 3 hours up here, just so I'm not spending my entire day with the horses and doing horsey things. Normal life has to continue as well, but yeah, thanks for coming along and spending the morning with us. If you did enjoy this style of video and you would like to see more like this, where we take you along and you kind of spend the morning, spend the day, spend the evening with us, see what we get up to on a day-to-day basis, and insight into some of our schooling exercises, that sort of thing, please do give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you really want to, and a comment is always appreciated. But until next time, we will see you very soon. Bye for now.
What do we do to love? What do we do to love? What do we do to love? When everything's said and done, what do we do to love?